Siamo a Budapest in occasione del congresso ISIAT, dove il dottor Chevalier dell'Università di Parigi ha tenuto una relazione molto interessante sulle differenze tra la pratica clinica e le raccomandazioni in tema di viscosupplementazione.
Professor Chevalier, the result of clinical practice show that viscosupplementation with hyaluronic acid is safe and effective for the treatment of osteoarthritis, but the results are different in clinical study. Which is the situation? Why there is this difference in the results?
Yes, it's perfectly true that there is a gap between the clinical practice and some recommendation, and there is two ways to try to explain. The first is that clinical trials are not so clear. I mean, there is half of the study which are positive and half of the study which are negative. So not all studies are negative. That's the first point. The second point is it's always because this kind of treatment is compared with placebo, but you should always remind that the placebo effect in OA it's quite high. So this is something plus an effect of the placebo, but this is more than placebo. And if you don't remind that, this is a problem. And the third point, which is for me the most important, is to consider that the patient in the clinical trial is not the patient that we see in our daily practice. For many reasons, because he's not selected, is always under also analgesic, is not always the same kind of pain. So if you put all these things together, we have a very big gap between what we feel with our patient. We are, in the vast majority, very confident in hyaluronic acid and what gives the recommendation.
Now there is a group of European experts who are discussing the efficacy of viscosupplementation with hyaluronic acid to treat osteoarthritis. Which is the position of this expert?
So I think it was very important to take the point and to give some direction for hyaluronic acid coming from clinician. One of the problems from several international recommendation is that they mixed people from the epidemiologic field, people from clinician, people from genetic and so on. So I think that the most important in terms of hyaluronic acid statement is to have the clinician point of view. So I was part of this recommendation, and we have addressed 8 recommendations for hyaluronic acid, which I think are very important for the clinical practice.
Okay, and which is your comment, your personal position for the viscosupplementation with hyaluronic acid in this patient?
Well, my position is very, very simple. My position is a patient position. So I treat a lot of patients with hyaluronic acid. It does not work always, but in the majority it works. And when it works, the patient himself is coming back and tell us to repeat the injection. So this is a pure clinician point of view, but this I think is very important. The second point is we don't have right now in OA a treatment which could be as efficient as anti-TNF-alpha in RA. The day we have this treatment, well, we can reconsider a lot of treatment, but right now I think that in the arsenal, therapeutic arsenal in OA, hyaluronic acid is a real place.